As much as the universe is vast, it is also mysterious. Scientists have spent a lot of time in space in order to figure out these mysteries. They are either discovering a house on the moon or a new planet out there in the universe every other day. Just like that, NASA's TESS mission has received an unusual signal that appears to be a strange star. But is it really a star or a gleaming planet? Welcome to Cosmos Lab, your one station for all the news from space. Join us in today's video to find out all about the strange signals from a mysterious space object. Scientists have a never-ending urge to find the exoplanets in this vast universe. For this purpose, they have conducted many missions and found thousands of other planets. One such mission is NASA's TESS exoplanet mission. TESS, or the Transiting Exoplanet Survey Satellite, is a NASA-sponsored astrophysics Explorer-class mission that is performing a near all-sky survey on search for planets transiting nearby stars. According to NASA, TESS's major purpose is to find planets smaller than Neptune that transit stars bright enough to allow follow-up spectroscopic investigation to determine planet size and composition. It's the next step in the quest for planets outside of our solar system that could potentially host life. Recently, in observations gathered by NASA's Transiting Exoplanet Survey Satellite, or TESS, astronomers discovered yet another mystery of the cosmos, this time a dusty one. A team of scientists looks into the possible source of strange signals emitted by an object dubbed TIC 400799224. The astronomers, while observing the object, found that it is fluctuating in brightness, which hints toward another object orbiting it. While analysis of TESS's data shows the object to be a pair of stars, the researchers from the Harvard-Smithsonian Center for Astrophysics, or CFA, suggest that this object might be a binary star or a double star system, in which one of the stars is surrounded by a massive cloud of dust, the rubble of perhaps a large asteroid. Scientists are unable to determine which one is being orbited and what exactly is orbiting the star. The scientists are suspecting that the mystery object orbiting one of the stars may be an asteroid or perhaps a planet. Before we get deeper into it, for a better understanding, let's first see what TESS is and how it discovered the mysterious signaling object. TESS launched successfully on April 18, 2018, from Cape Canaveral Air Force Station aboard a SpaceX Falcon 9 rocket. According to NASA, the mission's goal is to identify exoplanets that block some of the light from their host stars on a regular basis, a phenomenon known as transits. TESS will look for transiting exoplanets by scanning 200,000 of the brightest stars near the Sun. TESS is designed to spot exoplanets by looking for tiny, rhythmic dips in the brightness of a star, which are caused by a planet passing in between the telescope and the star, blocking a smidge of its light. Planets aren't the only thing that may cause brightness changes like this, so TESS has gathered a ton of information on anything from supernovas, exploding stars, to triple star systems and more. TESS's sensitive camera captures images with a field of view that is more than twice the size of the constellation Orion, and the satellite has amassed a TESS input catalog, or TIC, of over 1 billion objects. That explains the name TIC 400799224 for this new mysterious object. Karen Collins of the Center of Astrophysics was part of the huge team that identified the strange variable object TIC 400799224. They used machine learning-based computational methods to search the catalog, which was constructed based on the observed behaviors of hundreds of thousands of known variable objects. The technology has previously been used to find disintegrating planets and things releasing dust, for example. The method used by TESS is the transit method. Explaining the method, NASA said that exoplanets are discovered via the transit method. It looks for dips in the visible light of stars and needs planets to pass in front of the stars along our line of sight. A planet or planets orbiting a star can be shown by repetitive periodic dips. Researchers may learn a lot by a planet by using transit photometry, which means how much light an object emits at any particular time. We can estimate a planet's size by measuring how much of a drop in light it creates in its star. Scientists can calculate the geometry of the planet's orbit and how long it takes to circle its sun by looking at how long it takes to orbit its star. Now let's see how this new object was discovered. So, back in early 2019, the researchers were looking through tests gathered data. TIC 400799224 stood out because it became nearly 25% dimmer in just a few hours. It then made several more sudden brightness changes that could each be interpreted as an eclipse. If we look at the method and time spent by TESS, which is about 1 month on a single patch of sky, it then moves on. But because these patches overlap, the object was seen in 4 separate sectors between March 2019 and May 2021. The researchers also used data from other equipment to learn more about the odd phenomenon, including those that have been mapping the sky for longer than TESS has been operational. For instance, the All-Sky Automated Survey for Supernovae and the Las Cumbres Observatory, both of which are global networks of ground-based observatories. All of this information together allowed scientists to piece together a picture of what was creating the strange signal. In their paper published in the Astronomical Journal, the astronomers discovered that the object is most likely a binary star system, and that one of the stars pulsates with a 19.77-day period. The pulsation is most likely due to an orbiting body emitting dust clouds that occult the star on a regular basis. However, while the star's dust occultations have a definite periodicity, they are random in their shapes, depths, and durations, and are only visible, at least from the Earth, about 1/3 of the time or less. The astronomers noted that both the stars are as much as 300 AU apart from each other, and calculated that the dust has a combined mass equivalent to the remains of an asteroid 6 miles or 10 kilometers wide. TIC 400799224 is located approximately 2,365 light-years or 725 parsecs away in the constellation Carina. The nature of the orbiting body is confusing because the amount of dust emitted is considerable. If it were formed by the disintegration of an object in our solar system like the asteroid Ceres, it would only last about 8,000 years before disappearing. Even still, it's a difficult case to explain because the amount of dust in the area appears to have been fairly constant over the 6 years that this item has been seen, and the object producing the dust appears to have remained intact. The team, however, intends to keep an eye on the object and use historical sky observatories to try to figure out how it has changed over time. Right now, the researchers are looking at 3 possible explanations. One is the disintegration of an object as it passes directly from a solid into a gaseous state, known as sublimation. Another is collisions with a major planet-like object releasing sporadic dust clouds. The third is dust being shepherded by a planet embedded in the star's protoplanetary disk. The second one currently seems to be the most likely. So in this case, it might not be a disintegrating object, as noted in the paper. Its detailed properties differ in significant ways from other objects. TIC 400799224 may be in a category of its own. An article on EarthSky shares that TIC 400799224 is thought to be a variable star. However, unlike other known variable stars, which are classified into one of several categories, its brightness dips have yet to be explained. For example, it's still unclear which of the binary system's 2 objects the dusty body is orbiting. In addition, depending on which star it is, the object can obstruct anywhere from 37% to 75% of total light. Could the orbiting body be a planet or other body that is decaying or evaporating? It's possible, given that similar things have been discovered orbiting other stars in the past. And of course, such items would generate a great deal of dust and other debris. This material can then partially obstruct light from the star or stars in its system, resulting in dimming of the system's brightness. However, the astronomers are still working on finding out more about this. Over the planned course of 2 years, TESS surveyed the entire sky by dividing it into 26 sectors. each measuring 24 degrees by 96 degrees. After 2 years, TESS has approved for an extended mission that started in July 2020. The spacecraft's powerful cameras stare at each sector for at least 27 days, pausing every 2 minutes to look at the brightness of stars. The Moon takes up half a degree from Earth, which is less than 1/9,000th the size of the TESS tiles. TESS work by investigating stars that are 100 times brighter than those surveyed by Kepler and K2 follow-up missions, allowing for far easier follow-up observations with both ground-based and space-based observatories. TESS will also monitor a sky area 400 times greater than Kepler does. With every passing day, the technology is getting more advanced, and we happen to experience each coming mission more capable than the previous one. Until more mysterious discoveries by these missions. What are your views on this one? Share with us in the comments section below. If you like the content, do give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel and click the bell icon for the update on upcoming space videos. Until then, have a great day, and thank you for watching.